A lovely morning to all of you. It's me Riya Kesri. Today I am standing here to express the topic.
My point of view that which life is better, rural life or the urban life. So I strongly believe that rural life is far better than urban life.
We don't need amusement park. We have already natural park in rural areas. As you see in Hazaribagh, there is a jheel where everyone said that is a peaceful place. But I don't think so. It's a peaceful place because too many okay, every time.
Hello, you are getting my voice? Today I am inside of urban life because urban life is very easy to live.
So I am in the favor of rural life just because of I am also belong to a rural area, and I face the many things that in terms of medical education and many more. So first of all, I would like to highlight that one thing which is.
Hello everyone, a fresh morning all of you. Before speaking that, I want to greet you all. Listening is an art and listener are artists. Of course, it's true. My dear colleagues, without serious attention of listeners, a speaker loses his existence. Thanks allowed to beautify this class. First of all, I would like to thank our mentor.
One of my opponent speaker, how government is providing these facilities. They are providing these facilities from their funds, government funds.
Good morning everyone. So this is Mridulesh over here this side, and though I'm not very much prepared with the data and facts that I should have put forward over here to get an impressive kind of interaction over here, but still I'll try my best. Okay, so starting with the thing that we are here to compare between the lifestyles of rural and urban areas, right? But when we go back to history, every urban area, it is a kind of consequence of elevation of a rural area, right? Whenever we see developments taking place in a rural area, that rural area simply converts firstly into a suburb, and then after that suburb develops further to get us a perfectly developed urban areas. When we talk about the issues and the facilities we get in these two different kind of areas, we have different facts to compare, like for employment opportunities, educational opportunities, and some of the healthcare facilities. We find urban areas to be better, but still, when you want to live peacefully in the lap of the nature with a calming mindset, right, then you'd obviously miss the village life. And as we know that our country, India, is a country of villages. With having more than 5 lakh villages in this country, I favor the rural life, okay? Because I have spent a lot of my lifetime in a rural area, and fortunately that rural area was not that much underdeveloped. So that is why I have a different perspective. You might have been facing some different kind of issues in your locality, so your perspective is a different one. But I favor rural area because rural area is, if the government policies are working fine, you are having kind of adequate connectivity from the district headquarters and other areas, your village is, most suitable to live. Likewise, in the village that I lived, I spent my almost 8 to 9 years over there. I found a very good connectivity. We had a CHC over there. Our school was quite better, and we had very well trained teachers who were basically very much passionate about their career. There was so much involved in teaching, like we have been taught every concept in so much detail that I don't think we needed any kind of urban area to get that. Apart from that, we also had many more facilities over there, like community center was there to organize your functions and everything. People in the villages, they know each other very well. They are always helpful to each other. But what we see in the urban areas is that even if you faced an accident, many more people will cross from that particular place, but very few of them will mind it adequately to give you some kind of attention. So that's the thing. And in urban life, what I find is people are, they are following their dreams, aims and all, and they forget to live their life. They forget to live their present. They are always in a planning mood. like what to be done in the future, how to go for this particular goal that I have set. And in all these hectic schedule of their life, what they do is they simply play up with their health. They do not have a particular kind of schedule. They don't take care of their health. Everybody is depressed. Most of the people are quite busy in chasing everything that they want to collect in their life, get money, get an identity or anything like that, that they even forget to pay some attention, some time to their relatives, their family members. And at the end, what do they find? They have lot much of money. They would have obviously achieved many more things that they wanted in their life, but at the end they repent that, oh my God, the time that I lost. Well, thanks for your appreciation. I saw one of my friends speaking about many more of the negative aspects of rural life. See, this is our life. We'll have negatives and positives. And we'll be having the ways to counter them, right? We have our public representatives, MPs, MLAs. If you don't choose your particular public representative correctly, if you choose them by getting biased to your community or something like that, you'll never get a developed village. But we have many more examples wherein we see Wi-Fi facility in the village, very well maintained public health center, community center, and the other things also. So our government has many of the schemes in place to take care of all the rural areas that we have in our India. But the thing is, those policies needs to be applied on the ground level with utmost honesty.
Okay, thank you.
With that, my friend, I close my address to you. Thank you.
If you find someone without a smile today, give one of yours them. So, good morning everyone. This is Deepak Agarwal. Today, as we all know, we are discussing about the topic urban lifestyle and the rural lifestyle. I mostly prefer urban lifestyle because here you get more exposure as compared to the rural lifestyle. So when I talk about the rural lifestyle, this is absolutely right. There we get a lot of fresh water and fresh food as compared to urban lifestyle. But at the same time, we are not, animals. We are humans. The thing which makes difference from animals and humans, in my perspective, that is aim. So if you really want to pursue your aim, you have to be move urban areas. So there we have a lot of exposure. We can make our career in every aspect, in every field, whether it's sports, whether it's dance reality show, singing reality show, or whether it's the field in which you want to be a government employee. Switching towards the gender equality, so as we all better know that in urban area, even the parents give more gender equality to their children. If male child wants to go a club or pub in urban area, and at the same time the girl child wants to go pub and club at the same time, so they allow them both. You guys can go to the club and bar. But when we talk about the rural lifestyle, so the girls have to face so many problems while taking their own decision. Even they can't choose their partners. And in urban lifestyle we have so many restaurants and cafe where people meet and talk about their future, what they can do for their betterment. But this kind of exposure we are not going to take in rural lifestyle. And switching towards about the lifestyle and the money in money aspect. So we definitely know for the individual money is important, but at the same time for the growth and the development of our country, money is also play a vital role. So if we want to compete the country like Japan and Russia, so we have to be economically and technologically fit and fine. For that we can't get this kind of stuff from village. For that, if we want to, we have seen a country like Pakistan and Sri Lanka, they are going through the worst phase of their whole time. But when we are talking about India, why India is not going in that phase? The reason behind which I read 2 days back, that there is a vital role of technology. That's why India is not going through that phase. Thank you guys.
Good morning all of you. This is Nayan. I'm here to express some points regarding the topic that is given by a mentor. The topic is we have to express which one is better for us, rural lifestyle or urban lifestyle. So, firstly, if I talk about myself, I am the kind of person who likes living life peacefully rather than materialistically. And although I use a lot of new technologies, but I believe that if you start living your life without technology, it will make you more peaceful, it will make you more healthier mentally. So I would like to start with a quote that nothing will bring you a peace, you must have to go to it. So in order to get peace, there is nothing better than living around the nature. And to get the nature, there is no place better than village, because in village you will get forest, you will get mountains, you will get hilly areas, you will get areas surrounded by waters like rivers, ponds and all. And if you live around them, you will get you will have a healthy mindset, you will live peacefully, you will have a better life to live. And there are some more benefits of living in rural life. Is like if I talk about, if you are living in urban areas and if you unfortunately if you met an accident, no one will bother to look after you. They will start living, they will continue their life and they will not think of that whoever is lying on the road or not. But if something like that happens in rural areas, everyone will look after you and they will treat you like as their family members, because in rural life villages are like one big family. They don't separate, they are not like that like urbans who are fake people and don't even bother about their neighbors as well. And I would like to tell some things regarding my opponent speakers who has talked a lot about villagers, like they are the kind of person who are superstitious and those who are not good people. But I would like to say, my friend, that they are the people who worships nature, and they are not like urban people who doesn't bother about nature and start cutting trees and don't think about other people, don't think about animals. But if you go to village, you will see that they pray, they worship cows, if they sacrifice anything, they do it on the name of God, not not in the other means. And if you are saying that in city you will get someone who don't like eating non-veg and all, my friend, you are the first person, you will go to restaurant and order chicken tikka. You are not going to order paneer and all, because 30 more seconds. And yeah, so if I have to conclude my lines, so I will also like to highlight some of the points he mentioned, that in hospital, in city you will get hospital in can be cured of the many fatal diseases like cancer and all. But my friend, I would like to say you that in city only they need it. In villages they are much healthy, that they don't need they don't face problems like BP problems, obesity and arthritis problem, breathing problem. This kind of thing happens in city only. In villages they get fresh air to breathe, they get fresh water to drink, they get fresh and healthy food to eat.
Cities provides a lot of opportunities and it is very beneficial for our life as well. First of all, I would like to cover education, because if we will talk about the education background of villages, there are schools as well as some institutes, coaching centers available, but they are not as much beneficial for our students, and a study environment is also not too good. And if we will take the example of schools, institutes as well as colleges and universities of cities, then it is very good for the development of students. And when we will talk about the health sector of villages, and when we will talk about the health sectors of cities as well, then definitely guys, the health sector of cities are too good, because in villages we will have the support of first aid only, and we can get treatment of some some harmful diseases like malaria, typhoid, jaundice. But if we will have some harmful disease like cancer and some like we have to just do operation, then we have to move to cities, and there we can get the good treatment. So I want to say you that if there will be emergency case, then it is not good for the people who is living in village to get their treatment. Definitely they have to move to cities. And my next point is about transport facilities. The roads of villages are not too good. The roads are muddy as well as kacha road. But the roads which are available in cities, they connects the people to the nation and to the world. Because in cities we can have multiple transport systems like roadways, railways and waterways, which will connect us to the whole world. So definitely the transport system of cities are too good. And people always say that there are a lot of pollution in cities. But guys, if you want to have a good health, and if you really want to care about your health, then you can come to the cities and you can have a morning as well as evening walk. Because in the morning and evening you will get fresh air, and it will just boost your energy, and it will also give you peace of mind. And one more thing I would like to add on, that in villages people have a lot of blind faiths. They just believe in that type of things which really don't exist. Like they will give the sacrifice of goats, hens in the name of God, and they will eat that. Okay, definitely I want to say that only they like to eat them. That's why they make the sacrifice of goats and hens. But if we will take example, the people who are living in cities, they don't do like that. They don't do like that. You will find many vegetarian people in cities, but in cities in villages.
Conclude your point.
Okay, sir.
They use the word superstitious.
Okay, sir. A lot of superstitions are available in villages, but in towns no. And if we will talk about the crimes, if they will do a lot of crimes in villages, the people who are living in villages, they will do a lot of crimes, and they will cover that. But if anyone will do crime in cities, then it cannot be covered. It will be founded, and it will be investigated by police officers and CIDs like that departments. So, and many people also say that okay.
Hello everyone, this side Saurabh Vishwakarma, and as you know that we are discussing a topic, we are debating in a topic, rural life and urban life. So I'm totally in favor of rural life. So as you know that every life has it means that in urban and rural, everyone has its own advantages and disadvantages. Okay. So when it comes to the areas covered by the rural or the urban areas, so as you see that in the urbanization, because of the deforestation, many plants was cut to make cities and the amusement park, as the earlier speaker was said. So we don't need amusement park, we have already natural park in rural areas. Okay, and also we need to build amusement park and water park also. So we have rivers to enjoy like a water park. And when it comes to the environment, so the environment of rural areas is densely populated, like garbages and air pollution, noise pollution also. But in the urban. But in the rural areas, when you get up in the morning and whenever you go outside, you will take a fresh air. And one of the first speakers said that in urban areas, if you need fresh air, you need to wake up early in the morning and go for a walk. So I don't think so in the rural life you need to wake up in the morning and go for a walk for the fresh air. There has fresh air every time whenever you go. Also, when you find some peaceful places you don't find in the urban areas, when you need to be alone, or when you need some peace, when you need to calm your mind, then you need to go for a place where you can sit alone and think about what to do next. But in rural, okay, but in the urbanization you can't find a single place to relax. As you see in Hazaribagh, there is a jheel where everyone said that is a peaceful place, but I don't think so. It's a peaceful place because too many okay, every time they are doing this. Okay, so it's not a peaceful place. Okay, and when it comes to the education, so I know that in rural sections the lack of education is there is a lack of education, but it is underdeveloped, and I don't think so that the education, the rural peoples are already skilled by their birth. They don't need too much education to live their life. And when it comes to the development, so rural life are in underdeveloped, and they only need the employment they do is only farming and agriculture. Okay, and in the rural area they generally based on the economics and stock sectors to live their life. So I think that in the rural areas the people are more healthy and fit. Thank you.
To one of my opponent speaker, how government is providing these facilities. They are providing these facilities from their funds, government funds. And my friends, I would like to tell you that funds are generated from taxes, and there are two types of tax, indirect and direct taxes. Guys, indirect tax pays generally most of people, rural and urban. But so guys, there are two types of tax, direct tax and indirect tax. Indirect tax, we know GST, and GST generally pay all people by indirectly. But direct tax, example of direct tax are income tax, and you know income tax has some criteria. People who are generally urban people pay income tax because they follow the criteria of income tax, and rural people generally do not follow under the income tax because of the income tax criteria, and therefore rural development is through the government funds, and these funds generally comes from the urbanization. This is the point of my support of urbanization. Thank you, guys.
Hello everyone. Good morning to one and all present here. So this side Shilpi Vishwakarma, and I am here to express my point of view that which life is better, rural life or the urban life. So I strongly believe that rural life is far better than urban life. So I would like to tell you some basic facts that you know that India, the 75% of the population who totally based on agriculture. If the farmer they are not doing farming, then there is no point to having a good infrastructure, having a good education system, and having a lots of facilities that city provides. If you are not able to have a food, if you are not have a food, then you can't survive even single day. So there is no point to having a good infrastructure and lots of things. So second thing that I want to highlight about the rural area, that you in rural area you will get a peaceful life, a healthy life, and so on things. And in urban area people have luxurious life, people have lots of money, lots of facilities, but they are not able to mentally fit. They are not mentally fit. They don't have any peace. And in rural area they have peace. So talking about the one of my opponent speaker said that in a rural area people don't know their rights, but in urban area people know their rights, and they are misusing their rights. They are just taking the advantage of their rights, and this is the reality of urban areas people. How? I will show you how. Somehow you are also taking the advantage of your rights.
And he has stated that if you are stating any point, then you have to be that on point.
Okay, I'll show you. Like, have you heard about the government? Have you heard about the BPL? No. Why not?
Ration card.
Ration card. Have you heard about the ration card? Many of generally government provide this thing in rural areas people who don't able to have a food for single day. But many of the richest people.
You need to have your facts corrected. Yes. That's not a scheme limited only to the urban area.
It has.
No,
It is facilitated in urban areas as well.
Whether it's
Okay.
in urban area or in rural area.
Rural areas are poor.
But this is facilitated for
They
poor
under
families.
But
There are many family
you can correct it that this is facilitated only for the poor families, but some of the people are misusing their.
Yeah, this is the thing that I want to say that.
Less
It happens
to get into this criteria.
What?
It happens in village areas. The people who have money, he also wants to be under the BPL card. It's happening in rural areas.
No. It's not the.
That's not the case of the urban
It's not
areas.
the reality.